This one had a shadow lingering over it, even when it was announced. Marvel Studios didn't have the goodwill that it would inevitably earn. You see, the MCU at the time was still trying to find its footing when it came to its tone and its presentation. This film was being made in tandem with Iron Man and in conjunction with a different studio. Universal still held the rights to the Hulk. Unfortunately, they still do, which is why we haven't had another solo Hulk film since this one. We make a valiant effort to forget that Universal released the Ang Lee Hulk film a few years prior, and the smell of that gamma bomb still lingers in the nostrils of many a Marvel fan. So the notion of a freshly rebooted Hulk movie was more than welcome. Unfortunately, fans are treading softly because, well, let's face it, they've had their hopes dashed before. Ang Lee was thought to be untouchable, and then mutant poodles. While people were totally fine with the casting of Edward Norton as the Hulk, the news that didn't inspire confidence was that action schlock director Louis Leterrier was directing it. Where the Iron Man teaser trailer definitely got people hyped, the trailers for The Incredible Hulk didn't do much to get them into a frenzy. So, was their reluctance justified? In a way. The Incredible Hulk is definitely the dark horse in the MCU lineup. It's grittier compared to the rest, the script had a decidedly more serious tone compared to Iron Man, and while there was humor and significantly better pacing compared to the Ang Lee film, you get the feeling that if this film came out a little further down the line when Marvel had a better grasp on their style, it may have turned out better. With all that said, The Incredible Hulk is definitely not a bad movie. It may be more melancholy compared to the rest of the MCU, but at least the movie had a strong grasp on that. The story just throws you right in, effectively bullet pointing all the stuff that you already know about the Hulk, a tactic used to much greater effect in Spider-Man Homecoming. Though we now widely consider Mark Ruffalo to be the definitive Banner, we still wonder how the Avengers movies, and for that matter Thor Ragnarok, would have been affected if Norton had continued on. So, the fact that we still ponder this means that at least we thought enough of Norton's performance to give it that much consideration. And to his credit, Norton is really good in the movie. He does a really good job showing the strain and the mileage Banner has had to endure to control the Hulk, find a cure, stay hidden, and avoid trouble. The first few minutes in Brazil do an excellent job showing how well Banner has been able to roll with the punches and learn to adjust to a situation whenever he needs to in order to avoid an incident. The rest of the film fares equally well as a fugitive-style chase movie, as we see him maneuver past the authorities and work to find a cure with the help of Betty. Now, while we're on the subject of Betty, Liv Tyler's performance took a few tries for me to get used to it. Though she handles the humor and the moments of sincerity really well, unfortunately it's when she's trying to be a scientist is where she falls flat. And, in her defense, it's a tricky thing to sell people on the notion that you're supposed to be smarter than them, and Liv Tyler just isn't able to convey that academic prowess. Fortunately, that's not what Betty serves in the story. It's all the vital moments where Bruce needs emotional support and the Hulk needs a comforting presence to assuage his anger. Those are the moments where Tyler seriously brings her A-game. The Incredible Hulk did decently on a worldwide scale, but not so much domestically. However, for those that did see it in theaters, the common opinion is, well, at least it's way better than the Ang Lee version. To that end, they're definitely correct. The Incredible Hulk is still able to have those great moments of Banner trying to keep a lid on it, all the while ducking General Ross, who William Hurt plays with a colder, more apathetic resolve, as opposed to Sam Elliott's gruff, one-note performance. When Hurt trivializes Banner's existence by declaring him government property, you could believe that this man would be heartless enough to believe it and be willing to drop everything he's doing to pursue a man to a third-world country just at the mere mention of a gamma-irradiated soda. I already talked at length in my close examination about the character of Blonsky and his merit as a villain, so let's talk about the other thing that we should have got in the Ang Lee film. A hardcore monster versus monster brawl in Harlem. This brawl between the Hulk and the Abomination is exactly what fans wanted to see in a Hulk movie. We wanted to see the Hulk engage an enemy who is equally matched and in some cases superior to the Hulk. Every blow traded between the two feels painful, and Hulk's rage clashing with the Abomination's manic glee makes for an intense hero-villain showdown. Boxing gloves made from a police car, a ball and chain where the ball is a counterweight for a clock tower. We even get Hulk Smash! For the first time. Ask, and ye shall receive. The Incredible Hulk is a film that, if it had to stand on its own, inevitably it would have been just another footnote in the history of the superhero genre. It has decent to good action sequences, strong character moments, and a compelling story. Most importantly, it had a jaw-dropping epilogue that told the world, yeah, brace yourself because this is happening. Unfortunately, The Incredible Hulk is just average. It's competently made, but just not as extraordinary as it needs to be. It does leave one to ponder. What is it one needs to do to make a solo Hulk movie truly as incredible as it needs to be? Hopefully, one day, we'll find out.